Dr. Chad Pecknold is theology professor at the Catholic University of America. Let's break down the Pope's decision to simplify the annulment process. First of all, what is an annulment and why does the Church grant annulments?
Yeah. Well, annulments are not divorce. Annulments are a judgment, a ruling, which is a ruling meant to conform to Christ's teaching about the indissolubility of marriage. That marriage bond has to be defended in a process that the Church calls the annulment process. The granting of nullity, or an annulment, is a ruling by the Church that says your marriage bond in the Church was not properly formed. It was formed in such a way that it has some impediment to it, and the Church deems that you indeed were not married under the proper form.
So it used to be that a Vatican court made this decision. Now it looks like, at least in many cases, the bishop or someone delegated by a bishop can make the decision. Is that significant?
It's a very significant change that we see. The old process had a kind of first and second tribunal, which they were double blind. They made sure that they were each making a true judgment about each case. Now we've gotten rid of the second tribunal, and we've reduced down to one tribunal court that the bishop himself forms. And so that's a great simplification of the whole process. That is significant.
And so the time frame has been shortened. There's talk about eliminating fees wherever possible.
That's right.
So what is the purpose? What do you think, why do you think this decision was made, and why now? It seemed very quick.
Yeah. Two reasons, I think. One is pastoral, that when a family is facing this great tragedy of a broken union, the Church wants to accompany this person, and the last thing you want to do to a family in pain is say, we want you going through an 18-month burdensome tribunal process. And so I think the Pope's primary concern is on the family, and how can the process accompany people so that the process of judging whether or not the marriage is null or not is a healing one and not adding to the pain of a family. The second concern is going into the synod. We want to take all these technical questions of judicial review off of the table so we can focus on the substance of the good of marriage itself.
Do you see any drawbacks in this? What is the drawback?
I think there's dangers in any process in which you're making judgments about something as important as the marriage bond. And we've seen risks in the past process. I think we'll see abuses here too. I think it's inevitable that there will be some abuses. The moment that you say the local ordinary, the local bishop can simply make a decision about his moral certainty about a couple having an annulment, you're going to invite abuses from bishops all over the world who are tempted to take the easiest path. And I think this is a potential problem that we'll have to face in the future. But going forward into the synod, I think this actually clears the way for a better conversation at the synod than we had at the last one.
Thanks for your insight, Dr. Chad Pecknold, the Catholic University of America.
Thank you very much.